And also, if you have a partnership, okay, if you want to form an LLC under that and being the partnership as an owner, yes, you can do that as well. Okay, that is the entity structures which generally the accountant will take care of it. And the corporations can also have an LLC underneath them. And the foreign individuals, let's say a person A is sitting in India or sitting anywhere outside the United States, they can also form an LLC. But for them, there are, like, the additional steps they have to fulfill rather than the US persons, okay? Because it's a cross-border taxation, many things will come up. As a foreign businesses also, they can form an LLC and they can own the LLC from outside the United States. Okay, one thing which we need to understand as an LLC is very, very important. Okay, when we call the owners of an LLC as a members, not as shareholders, or generally if one member is an owner in the LLC, it is called as a single member LLC. Okay, one member. Okay, which means that one member, okay, who owns it, whatever the income or expenses that person is earning it, it flows through to their personal taxes as a single member. Okay, and let's say two people are owning it, the LLC, by default it would be a partnership. Okay, so this is the general thing we need to understand before we form an LLC, because most of the people, from my experiences, hey, I formed a corporation, okay, I formed a business, but they don't know what exactly that entity structure is. Is it a corporation, is it an S corp, is it a partnership, or is it an LLC? They don't know, and they don't know what are the ongoing compliances for that. So basically, this is the general thing we should be aware when we take a first step. Okay, this is the general eligibility. Okay, before I move to the next slide, Virabhai, do we have any questions on the eligibility, or I can move forward?
Yeah, I think we have, we'll keep a note of the questions right now, not many.
Okay,
We can go ahead, Ibrahim bhai.
okay, thank you very much, Virabhai. Okay,
And I request everybody, if you want to have ask, if you have any questions that you wanted to ask right away, raise your hand in the reaction button so that we can take that question and answer for that.
okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah, thank you, Virabhai. Okay. Every time when anybody starts a business, they always talk about LLC because many of the small business first choice is LLC. Okay, why it is important? Okay, so the LLC offers as a personal liability protection because it says like limited liability, right? That is the reason they say like it's a personal liability protection. One thing we need to understand this is, we should not do any willful act. Okay, even though it says like the liability protection is there, if you do willfully, then there would be like the liability would be like on a personal level as well. So that is again like the intention. Generally, the law will think about it. And the next thing is it is always like an inexpensive. The Texas charges just $300 to form an LLC, and it is very easy to form. Anybody can form an LLC. And the flexible taxation, what exactly it is. Okay, now let's say I have open an LLC as a single member. I'm doing it very well. Oh, I'm doing it very well. And the next thing, hey, can I form an S corp for that? Can I convert that?